welcome back to another great episode of Tyro Swings TV. My name is Fabrizio Poli, I'm your host today. And today I'm going to address a question. Should I buy a private jet? Now maybe you've chartered a few times, your business is expanding internationally, you really do need to go from A to B to C to D quickly. Sometimes you ring up the charter company, their aeroplane's not available, you're stuck and you're in that dilemma now. Is it time to buy a jet, or should I continue chartering, or should I just continue flying British Airways or Lufthansa or Virgin Atlantic or whoever you fly with? Now, the advantage of having your own jet is, first of all, you control the jet. Okay, so you buy the jet, it's housed in your hangar at the airport close by to your office or your home. You hire the pilots, you know these guys, you've hired them, you pay them, you know how much you pay them, you know who's flying your aircraft. Okay, you know who's maintaining your aircraft. Okay, you've got control of this. Now, some people buy their jet and they decide, or they get convinced by some management company, that they're going to make a lot of money by chartering their jet out when they don't use it, and this will pay for their flights. Now, this is not true. Okay, now I know there's people out there telling you the story, but I mean, in my experience, yes, you can probably recoup about 10% of what you spend on your flights by chartering your plane out, but there's a lot of inconvenience. Okay, because first of all, it's your aeroplane. And now my question is, if you've got a nice, lovely, brand new spanking Mercedes on your driveway, okay, and you drive your car 3 or 4 times a week, are you going to rent your car out to your next door neighbor for a couple of days a week, and then suddenly something crops up and the car's not on the driveway? Or your neighbors run into a lamppost by mistake? Now, these things do happen with cars, okay? They do happen with planes too. So my question is, do you really want that to happen to your aircraft? And anybody that's telling you they're going to make you 50%, 60%, 70% revenue on your airplane, they're not telling you the truth. They just want you to give them the airplane to manage so that they can make money on your asset. Okay? So be very, very wary about those people that tell you that your jet is going to make you money, because it's not going to make you money. An airplane can make you money if it flies lots and lots of hours. But again, if you're going to put a lot more hours on your aircraft, guess what? Your value is going to appreciate, and so the day you come to resell your aircraft, it's going to be worth a lot less. So be very wary about those people that tell you, let's charter your jet out when you're not using it. Now, the other thing is, if you should buy a jet or not will depend on your circumstance and on your need. Okay. Now, if you're flying 100 to 150 hours a year, maybe it's not necessary to go out there and buy an aircraft. But again, it depends on the circumstance. As chartering can be a very, very tricky solution. You have to be careful who you charter from. Again, when you go to a charter company, you have to make sure that they are maintaining the aircraft properly, and they are training the pilots properly, and they're selecting the right pilots. Okay. Now, of course, they'll tell you their pilots are very professional and this, that, the other. But I mean, the question is, are they? Has this company been audited by an outside auditor, or do you use a broker that knows what they're doing? Actually go and take the time to spend time in the charter company and find out how the pilots are hired, how they are trained, have a look and see how the aircraft is maintained, etc. etc. Do they really do their due diligence? Because today my experience is a lot of these brokers are out there to find the best deal, to make the most money possible on a flight. Okay, a lot of these people that ring the charter brokers are looking to save £100 or $100 on a flight, and it's all price driven. And that's very dangerous in aviation when things are price driven, okay? Because safety has to be number one. I've seen too many people crash and burn and die in this industry over the last 30 years since I've been flying. And this is very, very dangerous. Okay, so when you charter, you've got to be very careful. So the advantage, again, of having your own aircraft is that you control the whole situation. So should you buy or not should you buy? Now let's get a bit more into this conversation. And of course, you feel free to give me a call, send me an email, and we can discuss this and get more into detail about your specific circumstance. But let's just talk generally. Okay, now obviously when you charter and you need to suddenly go somewhere, you have to be able to ring the reputable charter company that you use and make sure that the aircraft is available on the days that you need it. And that is not always the case. So that means you have to revert to using somebody else. Now, yes, you can go down the NetJets route or the VistaJet route, which do guarantee you aircraft a lot more available than maybe the local charter company down the road. But again, having your jet, and again, you're going to have to run the numbers, but it's not just a numbers game. And sometimes the decision about buying a jet is driven by the accountants or the financial control of the company. But no, there's a lot more value in the jet. The value is in having that aeroplane available 24/7 on the tarmac, that if you have had a call this morning with somebody in Bangladesh and you decide, you know what, I think I better jump on my plane later this afternoon, fly through the night to Bangladesh from London and have this meeting tomorrow morning. Okay. Now, if you've got your own jet, you can make this decision. But if you're going to have to charter, you're going to have to ring round, see if you find it. And again, you have to find something that's going to work, something that's safe, something that you can trust. You can trust your own airplane. You can trust your own maintenance crew. You can trust your own pilots. So again, it all boils down to that. So it really does depend on your need, on your circumstances. If it's the right time now to buy a jet, and should you buy the jet. That's all from Fabrizio Poli at Tyrus Wings TV.